Om Shanti. May I know how much phone do you use? May I know what is the screen time of your phone? You can do that. Go in the settings. You'll find an option screen time, and that will tell you how many hours you're using your phone and how much time you're using for specific app. Please try this. Pause this video, go in the settings, search for the screen time option and check how much time you're using your phone and for which app you're using, how much time you're spending on specific app. Well, after checking your screen time, I want you to make a small list. Now, please check whatever activities you're doing on your phone. It can be anything. It can be messaging, it can be browsing, it can be watching YouTube, it can be tracking your expenses, it can be using a particular Word document, and can be many. Now tell me one thing, out of all these activities, tell me how many activities you think are irrelevant. Irrelevant as in which is not useful for you, it's just for entertainment, just for distraction. Let's say like you have opened a YouTube and you are just scrolling the reels, you're just scrolling the shorts, you just open or you have opened the Instagram and your only thing you're doing is scrolling the reels. You have not uploaded anything, but you're just scrolling reels. It can be Facebook and all. And now tell me, was that relevant? Check how much time you have spent on all these apps which are irrelevant, and let me know how much time you have spent. I'm sure it must be more than 1 hour, right? If it's less than 1 hour, then that's great, but if it's more than 1 hour, then it's okay, it's normal. Now tell me the amount of time you have spent on these apps. Do you think you should have used this time on some productive work? Anything, it can be anything. And don't you think if you have used this time on that productive work, it would be more satisfying for you? Well, I know everyone thinks the same, that they have spent this much time on this irrelevant stuff. Instead, they could have done something else, something productive, something useful. But we often fail. This happened with me too. I know it's not easy, but you have to take the choice. Yes. So, what to be done now? The first thing is to realize that these irrelevant things like scrolling reels, scrolling shorts, browsing Facebook or anything, this is not going to give you any kind of benefit. It's neither giving you satisfaction, happiness, or you're not earning any money. If you're making money, that's good, but if you're not making money, then it's irrelevant. Now, try to replace these activities with some productive thing. It can be anything. Do you have any hobbies? Or you had any hobbies previously? Anything like writing poems, singing, dancing, collecting stamps, painting, cooking, cycling, any of the hobbies. I'm sure right now you're not practicing any of your hobbies, right? Considering your stage, I don't think so. If you're doing it, that's great. If you're not doing it, then I will recommend you to start doing that. Well, I will tell you my experience. I never had this habit of reading books. I remember I read a book 10 years back. 10 years back, I read a book. And now, a year back, I started reading a book. So what happened here? Before that, I remember I used to spend around 3 to 4 hours on doing just one thing: checking YouTube videos, watching videos which has no relevance, which is not related to my work, nor they are productive, nothing. It is just normal random videos which have no relevance. But what used to happen, I used to spend around 3 to 4 hours at night before sleeping, and yeah, usually it used to impact my sleeping quality as well. So when on the next morning when I used to get up, I used to feel tired, I used to feel fatigue. But then I replaced this habit. Instead watching videos, I started reading books. Well, even the book was very interesting. The book was interesting, that's why it was possible for me to replace. Otherwise, reading was not my cup of tea. So the book was quite interesting. It was a topic of my interest. So yes, I was engaged in that book. I was learning so many things with that book. And the best part, when I used to read the book at night, I used to sleep. I used to get a good sleep. Yeah, so as I was saying, it impacted my sleep also. I was able to sleep properly. I was getting a quality sleep. I was waking up early than usual, and I was not feeling tired nor fatigue. So I replaced it with my hobby. Well, reading books was never my hobby, but after finding an interesting book, it became my hobby. So similarly, what you can do here is you can try replacing them with your hobbies. It can be anything. If right now you're not practicing your hobby, I will recommend you to start doing that. Hobbies are our first best friends. Yes. Hobbies are like our best friends. They make us realize that apart from other stuffs, we are good at something. It encourages us, it gives us a satisfaction that yes, we have something in us. It can be anything. If you are a good dancer, please search a song, make a choreography, perform dance, record it, upload it on YouTube. It is more productive to upload your video rather than watching someone else's video. Write a poem. Write a story. Write an article of your choice. Upload it on some website. There are tons of websites where you can post your opinion, like Quora, Reddit, and many other websites where you can post your articles. People will like it, people will appreciate it when you share your knowledge, share your talent. You can send it to me as an assignment so that I can feel that you're working on your goal, you're working on your course, you're working on your issue. It is much better to upload your talent. Make others watch your talent rather than you watching someone else's talent. It gives you immense amount of satisfaction, which will impact your mind, impact your mood, and which will assist you, which will give you a new confidence, a new medicine, a new strength to recover from depression. So, start today. Start working on your hobbies today rather than wasting your time on social media, on YouTube, Instagram, or any other. Start working on your hobby. What is your hobby? Work on it. If you don't have an hobby, choose one. It can be anything. But do something. And it will be better if you upload it online. Thousands of people will watch it, read it, view it, like it, appreciate you, encourage you. But do it. So, I'm expecting a good response from your side. Let me know what hobbies you have, what talent you have. Send it to me so that I can understand that you're working on your course. You're finishing my assignment. And yes, as I said, if you're doing all my assignments on time, I will share a bonus video with you. Thank you. Om Shanti.